Hi, I'm Sandy.
And I'm Debbie.
We're from the Normal Paranormal Group. And today is 5 Things Wednesday. That's right. And today we're going to talk about your house. Have you experienced anything in your house? Do you check to see if you have spirits or ghosts in your house? What do? Very simple methods that you can find out. Just to experiment. You don't need expensive equipment.
No.
You don't have to have, you just regular cell phone, your camera.
Baby toys is a big thing that goes off.
Right. So number one is anything with a sensor. That's right. Motion detectors, toys, touch lamps, anything.
Yep. Like the touch lamps.
Oh, yeah, those are nice.
Those are nice.
Number two, things that appear after they're missing.
It happened to me.
That's right. Did you find anything that came out of nowhere and you was like, where did that come from?
Right. I had a necklace missing. Well, not missing. I take that back. Put up for years.
Put away.
Put away in a velvet sack in my jewelry box. And it was other jewelry things were piled on top of that box. One morning I got up to watch my nephew, and I was the only one up in the house. And I looked out the window, and then I came back towards the kitchen, and my whole table was moved. And I'm thinking, I didn't hear that. And then I looked down on the floor, and there was my Immaculate Mary necklace laying there. And I'm thinking, how did this happen? This wasn't here a minute ago. My table wasn't even moved. I went in there and checked on everything. I even opened, the pouch was even tied. Okay?
Isn't that crazy?
And I opened the pouch, it's empty. And still to this day, I am baffled.
And number three, I love the music box. Who would think the music box? Right? You had one that was playing for no reason, right?
Right. I bought my Annie, my mother, and I an Angel Globe music box. And this Globe, it was in my curio cabinet for years. And all of a sudden, I'm hearing Amazing Grace playing. And I'm thinking, why am I hearing this? And I walk in, and I'm looking around the house, and it's in the front room. So where's it coming from? And all of a sudden I looked at the curio cabinet and I opened the door, and here my Angel music box was playing.
Yeah, it's like my haunted music box without the batteries. Now that was amazing. I like that one.
I think something followed her home from the cemetery.
It sure did. I remember this picture. Oh my God, it scared me, but I think it was that guy. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
All right, number 4, TVs that turn on and off and change channels.
Happened to me numerous times.
I remember my channel changed once or twice. I'm like, what? I didn't touch anything. I'm looking.
Right?
Yeah, it's
I'm
crazy.
sitting at my table here, and all of a sudden my TV turns on. No rhyme or reason. It just turns on. And my husband and I'll be watching TV in the front room. All of a sudden, the TV would switch to another station. And he said, did you touch the remote? I said, no. Did you? And he said, no. And here the remote's on the table in front of us both.
And this is also a crazy one. Old phones that ring or printers that print. In fact, we had a couple of things that happened just with our cell phones one time that Debbie thought I tried to call her, or I thought she called me, and we both answered, and we didn't call each other, but yet we were connected with each other because we thought, I said, you just called me? No, you called me. I went, no, I didn't call you. And somehow we were connected together. It was crazy.
Yeah, and I've been watching episodes of Paranormal Night Shift, where you have private security that walks around these buildings to make sure they're not broken into or whatever. And they would hear they would see shadows or hear noises, and then they heard a phone ringing, and they go in there and they pick up the phone, and there's nothing on the phone, and then they lift up the wire and it's cut. how is this phone ringing when there's nothing
That was
connected to it?
crazy. You ever hear your printer going off in the middle of the night? I did. I'm like, what the heck is that? Why is my printer going off?
Mhm.
I just like looked. I'm like, wow.
Or your kid or someone's talking on a toy telephone.
Yeah, pay attention to that.
And they said, oh, Papa said hi to you. He just wanted to see what we were doing.
Could be something to it.
Yeah, something to it. It's not a playmate.
Did you have any stories that you like to tell us about?
Share.
That happened? Share. What do you do to show things that your house might be haunted or there's spirits that live there? And Debbie had, for instance, this toy that was in her bedroom every night, right?
At 2 o'clock
It would go off.
a.m., not p.m. This would go off in the middle of the night. And this happened a couple of nights. And my husband's getting aggravated. Like, get this out of here. And so I get it out of there. So then I put something else in there at 2 o'clock at night. We call it our 2 o'clock at night ghost. So, you know.
Right, and you could also, but you have, like I said, experiment. Buy those toys that you buy for the dogs that light up, that bounce and they light up, or the cat toys that light up. What you do is just put them on a surface somewhere, put a tape around it, like hopefully nothing's around there, make sure, and see if it moves. It's an experiment. The thing is, you don't know if it's rolling or moving or whatever. I mean, it's not like at my mom's house when a ball was actually thrown down the stairs and nobody was upstairs when I walked in. I mean, that was a crazy thing. So yeah, you could do all sorts of little experiments. And
So, we're just letting you know you're not alone.
right.
And I don't want to call it a haunting.
No.
Because it's like I have the occasional paranormal activity that flares up certain months, certain days. Why? I don't know.
I don't know.
Sandy's had paranormal experiences.
We all had some kind of experience, and
So you're not alone.
it's not demonic. All right,
Nope.
let's get that off the table right now.
Right now,
We
yeah.
all experience some kind of paranormal
Right.
activity.
You see
And-
something fall, you see something flying across the room. It could be your loved one saying, hey, I'm in front of you, I'm in front of you. And then out of frustration, all they could do is move something, and right away, it's the devil or something. No, it's not.
And if you hear something says get out, it's not because they're trying to tell you get out of their house. They're telling you to go because they're trying to warn you maybe of something else.
Save you, yeah.
To save you. We had ghost girls that saved us from some kind of entity in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to revamp your thinking when someone says get out. That's because they're telling you there's something else there and they don't want you to get hurt or scared.
Or it's one spirit telling another spirit to get out.
That's right. Another spirit will tell them, yeah, you don't know.
So don't jump to conclusions.
That's right. There's so many scenarios that could go with, So don't assume, oh, they're telling me get out. It's a warning or something demonic or something. Remember, we talked about this before about demonic things that you will know. There's a big difference.
Yeah. I just walk around. I'm not scared. Just like
No.
with a big old giant question mark on top of my head. It's like, how do they do that? You can't see nothing. It's invisible. How could they lift up something solid?
Right. So share your stories. And until next time, this is Sandy.
And this is Debbie.
We're from the Normal
Paranormal
Paranormal
Group.
Group. And so our next 5 things. Let us know if you experiment at home and to see if there's any spirits in your house.
And don't be afraid.
That's
because
right.
fear builds their strength.
That's right.
And it takes away from your aura.
Don't intimidate. Do not swear or curse at them. Do not do any of that stuff. That's a no-no.
That's a no-no.
You have to show respect. Like you want respect, they want respect. It's just a different time period. That's all.
That's right.
Just remember that.
So
Until then, bye for now, everybody.
Bye.